Hello, this is me, CEO of Ideas. Now, I know absolutely nothing when it comes to shipbuilding. However, I do know a bit about ships, not too much. But when it comes to actually making them, you're better off taking or asking a monkey to do it. So today I thought it would be an amazing idea, as if someone who knows a lot more about tanks, to design a warship. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with a hull for the ship, because I think that's pretty important. And so here it is, and I'm gonna remind you, we're gonna be making a warship today. If we were making an actual or like a merchant ship, that'd be way too easy. And also, I personally like making warships more. So yeah, this is the boat hull. I'll probably change it later. And I think most good ships have a pointy bit at the front that makes it so that they can slice through the water easier. And so we're going to be adding this here. So I think our ships so far, so keep on clicking on that accidentally. So I think our ship so far is looking pretty good. And so I guess next on the back we should be adding a like the same thing, except I chose the wrong shape like an idiot. So yeah, I think it'll look like this. And I'll blend these together eventually, but yeah, just getting an overall shape first. So yeah, I think our warship so far is looking pretty nice. And ooh, a very important part of a warship is a rudder, I believe. I'm not too sure if that's what they're called. Anyway, so there's that rudder. I'll just change it to like a different color. Orange, yes. There, now we know that that's there. And so now it can move, except it can't move forward. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the most practical option of what we got here. So knowing me, or knowing myself, I think the best option for this is to, for propulsion this is to add jet engines to it, which are the greatest propulsion system ever. So those will be on both sides of the ship. So yes, now we have our propulsion and steering system. We need someone to actually steer it. So we're going to be adding this superstructure right here. And then on top of that, we'll be adding like another thingy for them to like look out of and stuff. So yeah, the most information I've gotten out of warships is World of Warships, so that'll be just fun fact. And so yeah, now we need to make the exhaust pipes for the jet engines. So we'll put that right here. So now we have the exhaust, and then I think another important thing is just some elevated like lookout positions and stuff. So I'd say so far we're looking pretty good, and although this looks kind of like a submarine, believe me, it's not. Next, so now that we have the basic hull, we can work on weaponry next. So personally, my favorite gun is the one found on the K-class cruisers, and this is the SKC-25. Basically, they're triple 150mm cannons built in 1925. I did some research before this. What do you call it? Before this video. So I'll be putting those on this today, as those are my favorite naval cannons. I even have two 3D printed models of them in my room. So this is the best image I could find of them. So we'll be scattering these around the ship. Maybe like angling them a bit, and so this one, as you can tell, is facing the wrong way, but I think that's fine. We can change that, except they are a bit big, so let's scale this down a bit. Okay, so we have one gun here. Oh, that's too close. Okay, so we have like one gun here, and so we need to copy this for more of them, of course. And then paste them. We'll have 4 guns on the ship. and I just realized my mistake of putting them the wrong way. So we'll have like one up here, and then we'll delete these two because, you know, they're facing the wrong way, except one might not actually be. So we're going to copy these now. We're going to place another one down here. I swear I'm not making a Königsberg. Because, one small detail, I am going to put one on top of the smokestack for extra reach, you know, like, because, like, what if, like, your guns can't, like, move far enough and you need, like, an extra 5 kilometers, so, yeah, there's that. And, to my knowledge, most warships that are successful have anti-aircraft guns, so we'll be using those next, I think. I'll try figuring something out in the future. But in the meantime, for these guns, actually, I had this debate, or not debate, this great idea with one of my friends to keep, so, anyway, context. So, you know, basically, sorry, I'm bad at speaking. Warships' ammunition racks are pretty vulnerable to shells, even though they're actually not. But, I'm just playing with balloon. But, so, we had this genius idea, actually, to, put all of the ammunition, like, overboard in boxes and, like, carry them up when you need them, because then, you can, the ammunition will be green. Because then, like, what are they gonna do? Like, detonate your ammunition? No. And even if they do, it'll be underwater, so it won't matter. So this genius, life-saving idea of putting all your ammunition overboard and taking it, like, on board with, like, an anchor or, like, ropes once you need it it's just pure genius. And so there's that. I'll, like, add ropes onto them or something, I guess. Like so. Let me just get these connected. Oh, I forgot one. I just realized there needs to be another one for... Two of them can share one. Because sharing is caring. Woo, we love that. Anyway, so, now that those are connected... oh, I accidentally did that. Anyway, so anti-aircraft guns. Now, I think the Bofors is a pretty good one, so let me just find a PNG of that. Ooh. Yeah, just looking at PNG is pretty good. This looks like a pretty good representation. So we'll take this massive gun and... Alright, I'll downscale it. Let's be realistic here. Until we're not, even though we're not trying to be realistic. We'll put one of these, which is still stupidly too large, here. And then copy. And then another one up here for the lookout tower guy to shoot down enemies at. And then basically, I just realized we're making this an American ship, so it has way too much AA guns. So we're going to place one here. We're going to place like a couple here. You know what? We're even going to place them on top of this gun. Actually, you know what? We're placing two on top of this gun. And one right here. That might accidentally shoot down the other ones. And one here. Why does this actually look kind of good? We don't know. One here. And then two right here. There we go. We got the AA gun done. Now, anyway, after this, a good idea, or no, not a good idea. Torpedoes are also pretty necessary, I think. So, yeah, this is a cruiser, if you couldn't tell by now. So, we're just gonna look up torpedo PNG so that we can add those on with like duct tape or something, because why not? So, this one looks like pretty promising. I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing, which is, I guess that's alright, but okay, so wrong thing. And then, so here we have it. This will just be the torpedo. It'll be connected right here with like duct tape, and they'll like release it. We're adding two. and maybe making them smaller so we can add 3. So these will be like hull mounted. You'll have to like aim the entire ship to aim these, but believe me, this will pay off in the future. This is the future of naval technology. Anyway, so now that we have the torpedo crisis solved, I mean, there never was a crisis, the torpedo issue solved. Next, what we need is, this is where the tank comes into play, survivability. Because you can't really have a warship if it's gonna take one hit and sink. Well, I mean, yeah, so basically, me and my genius, I mean, I've already, yes, something accidentally loaded. Me and my genius have already thought of this plan, and I'm going through with this. So, basically, we are going to be adding side skirts to the tank. One sec, let me just crop him while I talk, because yes, you may debate anti-torpedo bulges already exist. However, I see many flaws with That didn't crop it. Anyway, I see many flaws with anti-torpedo bulges. Like, for example, what happens when you actually get hit? You can't exactly remove your, like, big hole in the boat, even though, because, like, you know, not making much sense either. But basically, once like your torpedo bulge gets hit, you can't really like remove it, and it'll just like slow down your ship. So basically, we'll be adding side skirts to this boat. So if like if a torpedo hits this boat, then basically the side skirt will absorb the shock. And realistically, these would be made out of, like, fence wire or something, because these would be way too heavy and anti-aerodynamic. But then, after that, you could basically just remove the light piece of armor, and it would still be doing it. You could even, like, replace them at some point. And to finish it off, I'll move this out of the way for convenience, we are going to be painting this boat, and giving it a name, and then, I don't know, so I think a solid, tactical gray camouflage would be pretty cool. So yeah. Ooh, also if this video if this video can get like, I know it won't, but if it can get like 100 likes or views, yeah, 100 likes, which this will never get, I will turn this into a 3D model and maybe even like drive it around in Scrap Mechanic or something. So yeah, we're going to be actually wait, before we're done, I got a good idea. You see, so while this is painted gray, we are going to paint these things light red, because nothing screams hit me more than a red thing, as bulls will like convince you. I colored the wrong thing. So basically, instead of the actual boat taking fire, all the red bits, excluding the engine that is, that's just a representation of the engine. So basically, everyone will be shooting at the wrong place and this boat will never sink. So I basically just made the world's most invincible warship. You can thank me. And yeah, if you like this content, subscribe, tell me what other crackhead ideas to do. And this has been the single-handedly greatest boat ever built by a human being other than the Caribou Jean.